što smo se obranili, vrijeme da se malo posvetimo putovanjima. Studenti diljem svijeta sve se češće odlučuju na provođenje ponekog semestra ili godine izvan svoga grada ili izvan svoje države. Ili pak putuju po međunarodnim studentskim konferencijama kako bi upoznali svoje kolege iz drugih krajeva svijeta. S nama su danas Jin i Rami koji su ovdje u Zagrebu ovaj tjedan bili na zagrebačkom modelu Ujedinjenih naroda. Guys, welcome. Ovo će sad biti na engleskom, pripremite se. So, Yin, what do you study?
I study international relations at the moment, specializing in international security in Paris.
In Paris, and
Yes.
you're originally from Amsterdam.
I am from Amsterdam, yes.
So what's the educational system like back in Amsterdam?
In Amsterdam, well, at the university we have the bachelor-master structure, which is slowly being introduced in the whole of Europe. Which means in Holland we actually have 3 years of a bachelor, which is undergrad, and 1 year of a master or 2 years. And I finished my bachelor's in Amsterdam.
And now you went to Paris to do your master's.
A master year, yeah.
And what are the differences between the systems?
In Paris and in Amsterdam? In Paris they actually have 3 years of a bachelor's as well, but 2 years of a master's. Like there's no possibility of 1 year.
1 year.
And the difference is that the third year in Paris is a year abroad, and it's
it's obligatory.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody. There is no third year actually in Paris.
I get it. So why did you decide to go to Paris and not to continue your education in Amsterdam?
Well, actually, the decision to go to Paris is, for me it was time to go abroad because I wanted to do an Erasmus year, so to do an exchange. And I really wanted to go to a country where they speak a language I did not master yet. So for me, yes. So I could have gone to the United States or to England, but I really wanted to learn French because I study international relations and
It's a diplomatic language.
yeah, exactly. So and Paris, I study at Sciences Po Paris, which is it's really famous internationally for its political science department. So yeah, it was just a matter of rational thinking.
Yeah.
To go there,
I
actually.
agree. Rational thinking.
Yeah.
Rami, you're from Lebanon, from Beirut to be exact, and you study in London. How come? Tell us your story.
It's a bit of a complicated story, but when I graduated from high school in Beirut, I decided that I wanted to do law. In most systems, law is taught at a postgraduate level. But in the English system, you can take it at an undergraduate level. So I decided to go to the UK, to London, and read law. But England, it was a decision also because I was born in England. As you know, there was the Lebanese Civil War, and so my parents were in England at the time, and I was born there. I lived there for a few years before moving to Beirut after the war, after the end of the Civil War. So moving back to London was almost a natural choice of mine, just because I knew a little bit about it, but it's also a lot to do with the system and the fact that I wanted to read law at an undergraduate level.
Yeah, what are the differences between studying in Lebanon and in UK?
Well, I can only really comment on, I mean, in Lebanon, at the university level, we have pretty much an American system. All our major universities are American universities. There's the American University of Beirut, the Lebanese American University, and there are also a few universities that follow the French system. In the UK, the system is very much
British.
British, yeah, for sure. But you don't have the opportunity in England to be able to branch out with your studies. You take a master's and you pretty much have to follow through with that master's. So even though I did law and it was an undergraduate degree, I only got to read law, whereas in the universities, American-style universities and the ones in Beirut, you have the opportunity to branch out and take courses in a different discipline. But generally, the atmosphere of learning, I can comment more on the school and the high school, because I attended high school in Beirut. There it's It's very similar, except that we focus a lot more on languages. Lebanon, you have to graduate trilingual.
Really?
Yes, we do. Arabic, of course, because it's an Arab country. French, because it's the second official language, and we were former French colonies, or protectorate mandate, the way you want to say it. And then English, because a vast number of Lebanese live abroad. In fact, the majority of Lebanese live outside of Lebanon.
Yeah, I can see.
Yes, something. Well, you're implying that I'm the majority of Lebanese, but so a lot of them moved to the States and to the UK, and then after the Civil War, when they came back, they just sort of everybody brought this, you know, their different new cultural backgrounds with them, and so English just ended up being an official language, and all of obviously most business and you know, economics and all of that stuff, it's all done in English, even in official capacity.
Another question: how do you finance your studies when you move? You're on your own, so do you have a scholarship? Do your parents still finance you, or do you work?
Actually, the Dutch system is really generous. Actually, the government supports students really generously. We do got, like, for 4 years we get this how do you say it? But
What, scholarship? They pay
like
you monthly.
It's like a bourse. How do you call it?
I know what you're saying, but I'm not sure if I know that.
Okay, they give you money every month because you're a student.
Yeah, they give you a scholarship for 4 years if you graduate within 10 years. So that's
within
actually
10.
Yes,
they're really generous.
Yeah, so it's actually like gifts, and on top of that, you can get this loan with like for really good rates. This is actually what I'm doing now because this is my 5th year of studying. And apart from that, of course, my parents support me for 100%. So
it's not that expensive. You don't feel it that much.
Well, no. I guess that for Dutch students, it's really easy to go abroad to study.
And for you guys?
Well, for us, it's there are obviously scholarships, but they're all merit-based scholarships. You can't just you're not entitled to it just by virtue of being Lebanese. You have to show some sort of excellence in the field that you're planning to study in, and usually academic excellence.
But do you think it's maybe easier for you guys to get a scholarship than for students from other countries? I mean, to go abroad, because the situation in Croatia is not like that.
Yeah, for Netherlands, absolutely, it's really easy because everybody can get the scholarship, and on top of that, everybody can lend money. So yeah, there is no excuse for not having money to go abroad.
Good one.
Well, with us, it's very difficult because just by virtue of the fact that the number of people that could take the scholarship per year is fairly limited, and it also depends on what school you attended there. I mean, certain schools have their own scholarship programs that they actually sponsor their own high school students to go and study at other universities around the world. You know, for their further education. But from the official grants are very difficult to get, very difficult.
Okay, and the last question: what do you think about the Lebanese students as you were here for the last week for ZAGIMUN? The Croatian students, come on.
Well, you know what?
Don't be quiet.
Well, actually, you know, Croatian. I was just talking about this actually on our way over here, and we were just saying that it's actually quite amazing how well they all you know, speak English for starters, and also, you know, a lot of these people for the first time are actually participating in what we're actually doing here, and they are very active, very knowledgeable, very enthusiastic, and it's just a great pleasure to be with them and to be in their company, because they're just not only, of course, in an academic capacity, but just their spirit. They're just such, you know, they're very fresh.
You're going to make me cry. Ian, what do you think?
Yeah, just what Rami said. I was just telling him that I was amazed by how well everybody speaks English here, and not like well in conversational level, but verbally really strong in debate as well. That you almost feel embarrassed that, like, you should be as strong as they are, the Croatian students. And I actually like ask everyone like, how did you pick up English that good? And because you need practice, it's not just from television. And like as he said, the spirit and the culture and the friendliness of the people and yeah, I just love you guys.
You.
Yeah.
And they're good fun.
Yeah,
They're just good fun.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for coming here and sharing your experience with us. I wish you all the best in your future education and in work, as I know that you're going to finish soon. So it goes rather quick, and I hope to see you back on ZAGIMUN 2009.
Thank you very much.
To bi bilo to. Nadam se da ste ponešto naučili i da ćete se početi prijavljivati za stipendije i putovati u inozemstvo kako bi naučili još i više. A mi u Briljantinu idemo dalje i to na hrvatskom opet.